If you are feeling emotionally overwhelmed, I have a counterintuitive solution that I will share with you at the end of this video. But first, I want to share 3 common ways that people face emotional distress that are ultimately unhelpful. The first is the approach of mainstream psychotherapy, which tries to convince you out of the emotions that you're having cognitively, or simply drugs you to try to numb you from the feelings that you are having. The problem with this approach is that you are not really building a relationship with your emotional life, and it will leave you feeling more numb, dull, and even lifeless. It just doesn't feel good as a way to live. The second, more old school approach is to simply ignore that you're having feelings at all. I don't care, it's not a big deal, that doesn't bother me. You see this often among young males, for example. This is a kind of dissociation and doesn't build a relationship with your emotional life either. It's just not durable in the long term. The third approach, which is very common today, is safetyism. The idea here is to turn the mechanisms of control outward, to try to change the world around you. For example, in so-called safe spaces, they may have pages of guidance about what you can and cannot say, just in case somebody might at some point feel a little bit of discomfort. This too is not durable because the real world is unpredictable and chaotic and often difficult, so it does not prepare you at all for that. The fourth solution I will introduce to you by a Buddhist parable, and I will just jump straight to the conclusion, which goes something like, well, if you want to go walk around the world, you can either cover the world in leather or go buy some leather shoes. The fourth solution that actually works is to build emotional capacity. What does that mean? Emotional capacity is literally a physical, emotional, embodied process of practicing, learning to tolerate greater intensity of sensations in your body. You can use your therapist or coach like a kind of martial arts dojo or a weight training at a gym or whatever, where you are practicing, how do I handle these difficult experiences? When you learn to do that, you will have a much greater freedom in your life because you won't have to avoid or control. You'll just be able to handle things. And when you can handle things like that, that's when you free up an immense amount of creativity and even playfulness and fun, even in the midst of very difficult problems. If you want to learn about this and other ways that you can use your time with your psychotherapist or coach, please see the video below and please subscribe to my channel if you want to learn how to do personal growth better. Thanks for listening.